Hello everyone, I'm Isaac Ajao. I want to show us how to use Excel to identify missing values in the dataset. The first thing to do is to make sure that we know the missing value before we can clean any data. So I'm using this data. Now the first thing to know is the count. We should know how many observations per each column. So how do we do that? Instead of counting one after the other, we can just use one of the Excel function, count. We have many of them. This is count the number of cells in a range that contain numbers. We may not use that because it's not going to give us exactly what we need. We can use count A. Count the number of cells in a range that are not empty. So that is the one that will give us the real number of observation. So count, I want to use, just double click this. Then we now come here, make sure it's inside, then we calculate. This will give us number of so we're having 99. So we have 99 observation. We need to know for the remaining columns. This is it. So for second column, which is height, so we have 89, 93, 92, 94. It means we have missing values here. We have missing values in all the four variables. What we are going to do now is to calculate the percentage of the missing values, because the standard is that we should know you should not exceed particular percentage, otherwise it cannot be used. So what we are going to do, I want to show us this information. We have threshold for missing values. The percentage of missing values per column or row in the data set is calculated as the number of missing values divided by the total number of values in that column or row, multiplied by 100 to express it as a percentage. So for example, if we have first column 5 missing values, so I divide it by 100 if the total value is 100. In our own case, it's not 100, it's 99. Multiply by 100 will give us 5% missing values. So for the second column, is going to be like this. Now, these are the threshold for column. Low threshold of a column is if a column has a very high percentage of missing value, that is about 50% or more, it might be challenging to derive meaningful insight. So 50% is too much. The moderate threshold is 20 to 30%. So if a particular column has between 20 and 30, it's still admissible. It's moderate. High threshold is 20 when it is less than 20. Though it all depends on the one we choose, then we can do the same thing for the row. Now I want to go back to Excel. Now we can draw our own. So this way we say equal to 1 minus let me use brackets, 1 minus B1, this is it, B1 B1 divided by this is our A1, dollar signs to be there so that we do everything together. Let's enter it and see it. So this is 10%. Move the remaining one like this. So multiply this to get percentage here, we just come here, add percentage. So this is 10%, this is okay, this is low, this is 6%, 7%, 5%. This for column missing values. If you look at it, they are still moderate, they are okay. Now, here we can count for row. Let's count for row. Count for row. So here we can also get the count for row. Let me just use straight. We know it's 5, but we want to do it count A. Let's say we do it for us. Just enter it. That's 5. So we have 5 rows. All the rows here must be 5. Anyone that is below 5, it means there's a missing value there. We also calculate the percentage as we did here. Then we look at the threshold. Here, okay, the 5, let me put it here. Or we can just draw it down. That's the count. You can see 4, 4. Some there are 4, some there are 5. Then here we have the missing percentage as we did the right time. Column missing percentage. That percentage is very, very important when it comes to missing values. When it is too high, deletion may be an option. We may have to delete a whole row or a whole column because we are trying to clean the data and preparing it for analysis. Now, the percentage, this is going to be the threshold 5 here. So we can write it somewhere here. Let me put the 5 here. So now to get the percentage, you can say 1 minus this is okay. This is F. This our 5 is F. So the way I'm going to use here is I'm going to see it as F4, letter capital F4 divide by the total expected. Because total here is 5, just like we did here the other time. That should be this 5. This 5 is G. This is G2. So it's going to be G2 put dollar sign G2. So if we enter this, we didn't put equality sign here. That is when it become, yeah. So 0 is expected because we don't have any missing value. That's why it's giving us 0. We can now draw it down. Let's see if what we have done is right. We can now change this to percentage by clicking this. So we can see 0%. Anyone we have 0% means there's no missing value. Here we have 20%. There are 4 missing value. 20%. 20% is still okay, moderate. Still moderate. If you remember, moderate 20 to 30. So still okay. You can see all of this. This is 40. 42. Amazing. Out of 5. If 2 are amazing, out of 5. Out of 5, yes. It's not too high. 40 is too high. So we may have to delete this row. We may have to delete this row. We have another one there. This one also. I think we have 2. If there are many, it may not be easy for us to be checking. So what we are going to do here, you can convert this particular table and this particular column to table. Let's convert it to table. Just go to formatting, format as table. And pick this. I like blue color. You can see. So we can you can decide, select 40, delete them. Yeah, these are the two you can see. Serial number 142, serial number 165 can be deleted. It depends on what you want to do. It depends on what you want to do. So, and if you don't want that, you can still we can manage them and leave them like that. Yeah, it all depends on what we want. So if you can leave them like this, it's in our hand to now say, okay, we want to leave them to be used in our subsequent analysis. But we can use this particular method to find out, to identify our missing number. This is very important in data cleaning. Data cleaning is very important before we do our data analysis. Very, very important. Excel is very good in it. Thanks for listening.